welcome to another episode of the Verde Valley Experience. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us, as always. Wonderful time of year, lots of things happening. It's time for golf tournaments, it's time for the fair, it's time for all kinds of things. So we've got a great lineup for you on today's show. We're going to start out talking about the 6th annual Fallen Heroes Golf Tournament. That's going to be happening on Saturday, May 19th at the Verde Santa Fe Golf Course. We have with us today Brandon Wacker, who is the tournament coordinator, along with the chairman of Fallen Heroes, Jim Iacovacci. Now we're going to talk about all the cool stuff, but you know what? There's only a few spaces left, so you better get on it. When we say that contact stuff, you better get on it. As soon as Brandon gets out of the studio, we want his phone to blow up, okay? After that, we're going to have with us Coleen Gilboy. She's the director of the Verde Valley Fairground. She's back again because it's time for the Verde Valley Fair. Yay! It's always so exciting. We love the fair, and she's going to tell us all about what's new this year, who's going to be performing, all the different things that are going to be happening at the fair. Then we'll be joined by Tracey McConnell. She's the Regional Philanthropic Advisor for the Arizona Community Foundation of Sedona. She's going to be talking about the Spirit of Sedona Awards. They do this every year, and they really promote stewardship of the Verde Valley and the area around Sedona and who's doing the best jobs. We always give them awards for that. And she's going to talk about it's time to nominate for the awards. So you're going to hear all about that. Then we're going to go on location, courtesy of our sponsors at Cat and Verde Links, and we're going to visit some beehives. And we're going to talk with Patrick Pynes, who is the president of the Northern Arizona Organic Beekeepers Association. We're going to talk about the plight of the pollinators, sustainable beekeeping, and what's the deal with Africanized bees? Yes, you want to know. We talk about it today, so stick around. Then we'll finish out our show today with guitarist Brian David. His classical and Spanish guitar will have you melting like a popsicle in the June sun. It is so beautiful. You're going to love it, so make sure you stick around. Let's go ahead and get started. With us today, we have Brandon Wacker, the tournament coordinator for the 6th annual Fallen Heroes Golf Tournament, along with Jim Iacovacci, to talk about the Fallen Heroes. This is such a cool thing. 6 years you've been doing this now.
6 years, yep.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It gets better every year.
I was just about to say, I know it gets better
Yep.
every year.
Yep.
So what's new this year?
Well, this year, probably the biggest new thing is we've got Galpin RV involved. They're looking to donate a trailer for a hole-in-one, as well with Larry Green's donating a vehicle for one of the par threes as well.
Right.
So.
You've got a Chevy Malibu, I believe.
Yep.
If you get a hole-in-one, you get a Chevy Malibu.
Yep.
You just got to pull out your inner Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Some of us has it buried a little deeper than others, but yeah.
Exactly. So, but other than that, it's we got the gun raffle again going this year, donated by Pond Palace, and Jim also, his business also helped donate the gun. So,
nice.
Yeah, we're some tickets are on sale now, and those are going quick as well. They're selling fast. So, but yeah, and but team registrations are filling up really quick. So, if you want to get a team, you need to get a hold of us, and you can contact me on my cell phone at 928-821-2317, and I'll get you registered and get going.
There you go. How many team slots do you have left, do you think?
We can take 26 total, and I want to say we're approaching 20 teams right now. So it's getting close.
Very good. So you're looking for foursomes?
Yes. Well, we take individuals as well.
Oh, okay.
We have one individual signed up so far, so we need to fill that spot as well.
Okay. And that includes lunch?
Yes, you get so you get your 18 holes of golf, lunch, free range balls prior to teeing off, and so it's all included. And then, like I said, it's $100 for individuals, $385 if you sign up as a foursome, and then we also have package deals, big sponsor package deals for $500, $750, and $1,000.
Right,
so.
You sponsor the hole. And then you also do it gets you a lot. It really does.
If you do one of the tournaments, the package deals, it'll get you your foursome. Except the $1,000 gets you 2 foursomes, and then you get hole sponsors and gun tickets as well, all in one deal.
And gun tickets. Well, that's fantastic. Now, Jim, tell us about the gun auction. I know that's a huge thing every year. What have you got up this year?
This year we have a SIG that we're raffling off, semi-automatic handgun, the 320, and it's a great gun, and tickets are $5 a piece, and you can call myself or Brandon or anybody on the flyer. We all have tickets, or stop in at the police department or the fire department and pick up tickets for it. The drawing, you don't have to be present to win the gun, so that makes it even nicer. And we've been selling tickets on social media everywhere, so it's going quick. It's always a great part of this whole ordeal of the golf outing for Fallen Heroes, as raising funds for the cause.
That's true, and it's a great little gun, very usable
Yes.
thing. So, okay, so if we want to buy tickets for that, tell us again, what do we do?
Just call Jim Iacovacci at 928-202-8120 or Brandon Wacker at the fire department.
Okay.
And Kevin Murray, Dick Murray, stop in at the police and or at the Cottonwood Fire Department.
Great, so super easy.
Hey, we can't take credit cards, cash, whatever you have, we'll take it.
Coins.
Yep, exactly.
Trade for livestock.
Yeah,
maybe,
there you go.
Make sure you can do livestock. Or
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Fallen Heroes, because this is what this raises money for.
So the money proceeds go to the Coleman Fire Department and the Coleman Police Department each have their own 501c3s, and so all the money will go to the Law Enforcement Heroes nonprofit, and then from there, what we use that for is to kind of help out if a firefighter or police officer is injured or killed in the line of duty. We're going to kind of help the family out, help them out, try financially and things like that if we can, and then also we take and we divide it up. The money up between the two nonprofits, and we give 100% of it goes back to the community. So like for example, our fire department one goes to buying car seats, smoke detectors, putting on CPR classes, things like that. The police department goes to the like National Night Out, Shop with a Cop.
Yep, and we also split a certain percentage right off the very beginning of it, and we do scholarships out there for the community. And police officers or firefighters, kids, families, retired, can apply for the scholarships, and we decide how much each one will get. But we try to do, we just started it last year, and it was a great success. Even $500 anymore can help out with school books for a semester, and so it works out really good. So all the money goes back into the community, 100%.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
It's a very well organized event, and it's also very well thought out where the money goes to afterwards, which I really appreciate. And none of those things are cheap that you're supporting.
No.
I mean, it's not cheap when someone gets injured in the line of duty. It's not cheap to send your kid to college. It's not, the Shop with a Cop is not cheap. You know, so it takes a serious amount of money to pull that in. And there's only a few things you do every year as far as fundraisers to support that.
Yep.
So each one is super important. That's why we need to make sure this is completely full.
If each, when and if an officer or a firefighter gets injured, there's a lot of organizations that will help that out, or if they die in the line of duty. But it's that initial right off the bat to start helping out the family financially and be with them. And there's a lot of things set up in the agencies, both agencies, to help with that. But financially, it's right off the very beginning that is a big help. And even if somebody gets injured on the job, there's a lot of medical expenses that insurance doesn't cover, the agency won't cover maybe, and we can help out. And we have leeway too with some other avenues. If one of the firefighters, if their child got cancer, or one of the police officers' family, you know, we could help out doing that through the 501c3. So we've left it open to help out in a lot of different areas that we can.
Nice to have to be able to do that. And Jim, you were retired from the Cottonwood Police Department.
Nope, I'm retired from Flint, Michigan.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Moved out here to retire and lay back and do nothing, and got to meet a lot of the officers on the police department, a lot of the firefighters, and so here I am 10 years later doing a lot of charity work for them. But it's a great cause. I had a great career, and I love giving back to the community, and Cottonwood and the Verde Valley is a perfect community to do that with.
Thank you for coming here.
Oh,
Appreciate it. I know you miss Michigan terribly.
Yeah, no snow.
Absolutely. And Brandon, you're an EMT and firefighter, or an engineer over there at Cottonwood. So you both have a very inside look at how all of this happens, which I think is why this is so well run, because you guys know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, you're not coming from the outside trying to give on the inside. You're on the inside trying to help around you. So that's working out really well for you.
Yep, and like I said, having Jim come in has been a huge help. Very big help. He's very good at organizing this kind of stuff with us and helping us out. So he's been a big help.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, so let's go over the details again. It's very important. Saturday, May 19th, that's coming up. That's just a little bit over 3 weeks away. So you want to go ahead and give these guys a call and sign up. If you've got a single, if you've got a foursome, twosome, does that work too?
Yeah, we'll take them. We'll take
anybody.
We'll figure it out.
We'll create a foursome. No matter how you come, we'll come.
We'll do it one way or another.
Well,
we'll
you'll figure it out. You'll make everybody happy. I know you will. It includes lunch, and there's raffles, and there's the gun raffle. If you want tickets for that, you can get a hold of the guys. You can go into the stations. You can check that up. $5 a ticket. That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, and a great day of golf at Verde Santa Fe, which is a lovely course.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So you guys are golfers?
Yep.
Yep. Excellent.
I try. Brandon's a lot better than
Trying is good. Trying is good. You know, I kind of do the same thing. Like I said, the inner Tiger Woods is really buried. It's
I say a bad day of golf's better than a good day at work.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. But you guys will be too busy on May 19th to golf, right?
I'm playing.
You're playing?
Yeah, we all play,
Yep,
and we have great staff of volunteers that help out. This year we've had just a great amount of volunteers, and so we'll get them all working, and it works out great for the community. Works out really good.
Awesome. Awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Congratulations on your 6th annual.
Thank you.
That's really super, Brandon. Appreciate you being here. Jim, thank you for
Thank
what
you.
you guys are doing. Make sure you check out the 6th annual Fallen Heroes Golf Tournament. It's happening at Verde Santa Fe. Saturday, May 19th. You need to sign up for it now, though. There's only a few spaces left. The money supports the Fallen Heroes, a wonderful organization. You know you want to get involved, so give these guys a call and check it out. Don't go away, because we've got lots more of the experience coming right up.
Fabulous views and unmatched quality with efficiency in mind. Just announced, C&B Construction is the only contractor ever to win the EPA's coveted Indoor Air Plus Leaders Award 4 years in a row. These Energy Star certified homes provide unparalleled energy efficiency, comfort, durability, and indoor air quality. C&B Construction is currently building at Gray Fox Ridge and Crossroads at Mingus. C&B Construction, locally respected and nationally recognized.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles.
Building a home, remodeling, or need furniture for the holidays? Time to order is now. Amish Home Decor offers furniture for every room in your home in many different woods, stains, and styles. We even offer patio furniture and mattresses. If you don't see what you're looking for on the showroom floor, just ask. We buy from 100 different Amish families located at the corner of Glassford Hill and Highway 69 in Prescott Valley. Amish Home Decor is the place to buy tomorrow's antiques.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with the lovely and talented Coleen Gilboy. Yay! The director of the Verde Valley Fairgrounds. It is Verde Valley Fair time.
It's here again.
Woohoo.
The wind is blowing, so obviously it's fair time.
So you know it's fair time.
It's like,
yeah, it's just the way it is around here.
I think it's a given. If the first week in May is coming, the wind is here.
Oh yeah, that's normal. But you know what? We're used to it. We're hardy folk here in the Verde Valley. Wind does not scare us.
Good.
Yeah, we just put a hat on. We're okay. So what's new at the fair this year?
Well, we've got new pens for the sheep and goats. We brought in all new pens this year in granite, so the kids are not fighting with the pens from the 70s and 80s.
All right.
They're all brand new, and that's pretty exciting. We've got a now 12-foot fan in the small animal show barn. If you've never seen a 12-foot fan, it's something to behold. And then we have sea lions at the fair this year.
Sea lions.
Real
Sea lions.
Yeah, and they balance balls. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so we're really excited.
Well, now tell us, where did you get the sea lions?
Well, there's a gentleman that owns them. They're rehabilitated, maybe injured or abandoned, and so they train them, and they can't go back in the wild. Their issues, and so they take them on tour, and they're pampered. We have two 11,000-gallon tanks coming in, and so everybody will get to see sea lions.
Wow, and they're doing a performance?
They'll be doing 4 performances a day.
Wow.
And they will be, if they're awake, they will be swimming around in their tanks when they're not performing, so you can still see them.
How neat. So you've added the SeaWorld aspect to the fair this year.
Bringing the ocean to us this year.
Wow. How about that? Well,
we got
that's
the
neat.
sand blowing, so I guess we could just have the sea. It kind of feels like the sea.
Yeah, it'll be like the day at the beach.
Yeah.
Now the the theme this year is very cute. I love it. Grow it, sow it, and show it.
That's right.
That's very cute.
We give a lot of opportunities for people to submit ideas, and then we take and look at them and make a decision. It's very hard to make a decision on a theme. You want something unique and fun that people will remember.
Absolutely.
So we like this one. We've got a lot of plants growing this year. Verde River Growers is helping us do a bunch of planters. Nice. And so we got the ribbons because we have a fair. So that's the show it. And now we just got to sow some things. And
oh, yes. In your spare time.
In
now
my
you're
spare
sowing
time.
As well.
Yes, yes.
But it could be sowing seeds. That comes to mind.
That was what
you
I
could
thought.
sow some seeds and call it a day.
I'm done. They're not going to grow because I didn't water them. But
there you go. Spit your watermelon seeds in the planter. I'm good. I sowed it.
That's right. That's right.
No, the fair is much more involved in that. How about your entertainment lineup this year?
We're really excited to have Aces and Eights back.
Great.
Just a great local band and have a good following. So we're excited about that. We have the Mingus Jazz Band is coming. And so that'll be fun. They're performing different community acts, like Test is coming back. It is a Verde Valley Fair. People from all over the Verde Valley performing and bringing their items. But we like, when you pay to come to the fair, and that the Balloon Man is part of what you paid for when you come in the gate. The acts on the stage are the Sea Lion Act, the clowns. That is what your gate fee pays for. It pays for us to bring in the Sea Lion Act, because they're really expensive. But then that way you get something for your money. And then of course there's other stuff you can buy, but if you just came and you could watch all the animal shows, the steer show, the goat show, the rabbit show, the chicken show. Those don't cost to go to. Sea lions will not cost. The magician. We got a new thing this year called Playing with Giants, and it's giant games. It's almost like the giant was playing chess, and then he gave us the chess set.
Wow.
So it'll be like you moving these pieces that are as tall as you, practically.
Wow. Neat. And as far as the entry fee goes, and we were talking $3, $8, it's so reasonable, depending if you're a senior, if you're under 12, if you're under a certain age on a certain day.
Correct.
You know, there's always a special going on, but it's usually between $3 and $8.
Yeah, so Wednesday is $3 day. Everybody comes in on Wednesday. We start at 4 p.m. We have the rabbit show on Wednesday. We have public speaking on Wednesday. And so it's a real fun day. You know, we just get the kinks worked out, like what gate is working and not working and that sort of thing. So it's just $3, everybody, senior citizens, kids. And then after that, it's $8 for adults, $5 for senior citizens, and $6 for children.
Which is cheap. I
Yes.
mean, geez, I'd pay $8 to be able to get a funnel cake. Just to go get it, just to be able to get to one.
Funnel cake, my favorite.
Yeah, and then as far as the rides go, of course, you've got your unlimited ride tickets available at various locations around the Verde Valley until they're sold out.
Until they're sold out.
And they're cheap. They're $20
Yep.
for ride all you want. At the gate, though, they're $30.
$30. So you save $10.
Which is considerable if you've got more than one kid.
Correct. Correct. And right now we have gate passes at a bunch of different locations. Instead of paying the $8, you can buy all your gate passes for $5 up until May 1st.
How about that? Up until May 1st. That's great. And the fair is happening May 2nd through May 6th. It starts on Wednesday. It goes through Sunday.
Correct.
Great. And yeah, $3 to $8 to get in. Of course, the $20 unlimited ride around. And you've got some kind of weird new ride, the Whizzer, the Fizzer, the...
I can't even remember.
It's not the term. It's something I'm not going on.
Right. You and I are not
We're
going
not
on
going
it.
on this thing.
So yeah, they bring it in. That does take an additional 3 tickets every time the kids ride it.
Sure.
Because it's a special ride that they bring in.
Right. Right. But still totally worth it. The kids love that stuff.
The kids love it.
Kids love that stuff.
Yep.
They just run around. I mean, it's a wonderful event for the family. You get to eat all the fun, yummy stuff, and the kids get to run themselves crazy and go
they're
on
exhausted.
rides. And they're exhausted, and they sleep really after the sugar high wears off. They sleep really well.
Yes. Yes, they do.
I do love the animal shows. I love going in and seeing the chickens and the different types of rabbits and watching. Last year I watched the market sheep, hog, and cow.
Wow,
shows.
you watched them all.
I watched them all. It was fascinating.
On Friday.
With the kids coming in and learning why the kids are selling these animals and what they're doing to support college or other things. It's so amazing.
It's
The
amazing
backstory.
because the steers, it takes about 14 months. So they've already started next year's steers. And they've still got this year's steer. And the feed and the walking and the training, you have to have their feet a certain way. I'd be so much trouble. I couldn't remember which one was supposed to be for it. And the lamb, way they, hold them to the correct way to show your animal. The kids are judged as kids and the animal is judged as an animal. So you have showmanship and confirmation.
Wow. And what a great thing for the young people to be involved in. It teaches them responsibility. It teaches them, caretaking for other animals, and of course being out in public, and then of course to save money for something.
And they have to budget because they have to turn in, this is what I spent on the animal, on the food, on the vet, if they have to have the vet come in, all this stuff, and then here's what I made in auction. And then here's what the bottom line is.
Yeah.
And they have to do all that for their club and that.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, the fair, it's wonderful all around. It's how many now? What are we on?
52 years.
52 years of the fair.
One of my favorites is the home ec room. And it's everything from kids' artwork to fine art paintings. It's the whole gamut, quilting, canning, and everybody can put stuff in. It's not only the people on the right side of the road, east side of the road. It's everybody in the Verde Valley. It's their fair. Show what you do. We have a man bringing in an 8-foot table with a bald eagle carved on it out of wood.
Wow. To show it off.
Yeah, and I'm like, 8 feet. Now that, where am I going to put an 8-foot
space?
I'm going to need more space here.
Oh my gosh, it's great. It gets bigger and better every year. The Verde Valley Fair, you've got to check it out, May 2nd through the 6th. You can buy your tickets at various locations around. We've got cheaper gate tickets out there. We've got cheaper ride tickets. Check it out, vvfair.com. If they want to know anything. Coleen, thank you.
Thank you so much
for taking time out of you. I know you're busy, so thank
crazy.
you for being here. I appreciate it. Coleen Gilboy, the director of the Verde Valley Fairgrounds, talking about the Verde Valley Fair. It's fair time. Woohoo! 2nd through the 6th of May. I'll see you there. But don't go away because we've got more experience, so stick around.
Paul Stanley here with Stanley Steel Structures. We offer shade structures that provide style, value, and performance. Our Equinox louvered roof opens and closes to give you the ultimate patio experience. We also offer Alumawood shade covers that looks like wood but lasts like steel and never needs painting or maintenance. Visit us at StanleySteelStructures.com. Contact us today and be covered tomorrow. Stanley Steel Structures. Let us add some space to your place.
Nothing personalizes a home like paint, and JPS Paint Center is your paint pro. Featuring durable interior and exterior paints from Benjamin Moore. JPS Paint Center can help you find the perfect shade, and they're experts in color matching for any project, including their selection of automotive paints from standard to extravagant. JPS Paint Center. Find the perfect paint and all your paint supplies too on Main Street in Cottonwood.
Northern Arizona Mortgage Corporation is your local choice for personalized home loans, and they've been doing it since 1986. They help home buyers obtain FHA, VA, USDA guaranteed rural housing, and conventional loans. From start to finish, they offer a safe in-person application process with licensed loan originators. Contact Shelley White Collier at northernArizonaMortgage.com or call 634-4251. Visit their office, located at 707 East Mingus, Suite 601, Cottonwood.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with Tracey McConnell, who is the Regional Philanthropic Advisor for the Arizona Community Foundation of Sedona. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Always great to have you.
Thank you, Jen.
The Arizona Community Foundation of Sedona is so amazing.
Thanks.
I mean, it's just, oh, wow. When you go to the website, it's fantastic. Check out azfoundation.org. Lots of information there. Really well done. I mean, you leave that with no questions.
Thank you.
You understand what's
going on. It is a lot of information.
It is a lot of information.
So if you need help finding your way, I can point you there.
Well, there we go. So tell us a little bit in a nutshell, if you can. What is the Arizona Foundation of Sedona?
We are here to bring in charitable dollars, donors who care about community in their local area. So in particular, Sedona and the Verde Valley. And then we endow and invest those funds. And then we create permanent revenue streams for community efforts. So all of our dollars we're aiming at endowing and making them permanent, cannot be dismantled, always growing, so that we can give so much more to all of the worthwhile projects going on in our communities.
That is amazing that someone can do an endowment, can make a gift of, say, $25,000.
Right.
And then each year it's more. And then 11 years later,
yes,
it's, several
over
$100,000.
$500,000.
It boggles the mind. The math is incredible.
I love endowment math.
And it doesn't always take a lot of money. It really doesn't.
No,
People
it
can
doesn't.
get involved at multiple levels.
Exactly. And in fact, we recognize people who are philanthropists and may not even see themselves as philanthropists. They do what they do because it matters to them. It makes their heart sing. They know they're making a difference in something they care about. And so we don't call ourselves philanthropists. But in essence, I live and breathe that. I can tell you if you're a philanthropist.
You can spot one a mile away.
I can. And I love it too.
That's fantastic. Now tell us about the Spirit of Sedona Awards. What are those?
Yes, we held our 17th annual Spirit of Sedona event. It's a luncheon. This year it's at the Enchantment Resort again, which is a lovely space. And we invite community members throughout Sedona and the Verde Valley area to celebrate our philanthropists. So we have Volunteer of the Year, Business Philanthropist of the Year, Philanthropist of the Year. So that's a big award. We also have Nonprofit of the Year, and normally we give one to a small nonprofit and a larger nonprofit organization. And then we also have Collaborator of the Year. So people who may not be even part of an organization, but are mobilizing community efforts across organizations to make a difference. So, and so we depend on our community members to nominate them.
Right.
So that's where we're looking for more nominations. We have about 7 different individuals and organizations nominated thus far, but by May 1st, I'm hoping to have 3 times that amount, in all honesty. So
okay, so if we know someone that we think goes above and beyond in the community,
yes,
in multiple different ways, what are the categories for nominating? What are we looking for?
Well, actually, you know, I'd love to share with you examples of who we nominated and actually who received their awards last year. Would that help?
Sure.
Great. So we had Philanthropist of the Year was Emil Daher, and he is the gentleman who owns the Coffee Pot restaurant. And he has been holding Thanksgiving dinners for 450 people for the last 10 years. And he also provides scholarships on an annual basis to Sedona Red Rock High School students of Hispanic heritage. So he's real committed to that. And Katie Chorlton was the Volunteer of the Year. And she is, as we say, she literally pours her heart and soul into the PTSA. And she works with all of the teachers, the staff, the students to really raise the profile of the school and support the teachers and the students in their education. She's an outstanding representative. In fact, I have a few quotes from her acceptance speech. People loved it so much. We asked permission to have her share that with us.
Oh my gosh.
So, and then we have the Sedona Area Garden Club. They've been doing phenomenal work in the background, really, not bragging, just getting out there and making Sedona beautiful in a myriad of different ways. And there's a litany, I'm not kidding you, of all of the different things that they have accomplished in our community. So we lifted their profile as Nonprofit of the Year, a smaller nonprofit, all volunteer driven. And we had Verde Valley Caregivers Coalition, and they take care of our seniors and individuals with disabilities. And I have to tell you, we have a star in our midst because they received just recently the United States Transportation Provider of the Year award. Wow. That is no small thing.
Yeah.
And they're right here in Sedona serving all of the entire area.
Wow.
So we really wanted to recognize them. And Enchantment Resort was our Business Philanthropist of the Year. And they have a fund with us that is what we'd call a corporate donor advised fund. And so they raise funds through all of their different activities and then make a difference in preserving the Boynton Canyon, Sedona Trails, Verde Valley Archaeology Center, cultural heritage sites, things like that, and they've been doing it for years. And then Shonda Jefferson is Collaborator of the Year, and she's one of those individuals that many of our nonprofit organizations are very aware of and enjoy. She's an entertainer with her husband, but she's also always looking at ways to find ways to collaborate, to make a difference, raise the profile of something very important to all of us.
Sure. Sure. So if you know anyone that fits any of that category, of course, you want to nominate them. To nominate them, they go to azfoundation.org.
That's right.
And there's a section there for the Spirit Awards.
That's right. If you go /Sedona, that will take you to our news and events, and that right there it has a nomination form within the first article. So you can just click on that, and it's an easy nomination form, and we coach it for you so that it's really, you know what to say.
Okay,
basically about the individual.
Good. Yeah, and it's a wonderful way to celebrate someone who's making a difference in the community.
Absolutely.
You know,
and
they may not know it. They may be like flying under the radar. Oh no, I'm just me doing my thing.
Yep.
And may not realize their greatness.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And
normally that is the very case. In fact, sometimes I have to convince them to accept the award because they're so humble. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So now the awards, the nominations for these awards must be in by May 1st at 5 p.m. So you need to go online, do your nomination process of whomever you believe deserves an award, but you got to get it done by May 1st at 5 p.m. So now, it's a wonderful process.
Thank you.
What a great way to help out members of the community and celebrate them for what they're doing. And of course, then have other community members go, maybe I could do something like that too.
That's
Inspires
right.
everybody
else. It does
else.
Inspire everyone. And in fact, it's a sold out event now. And we have 200 people who attend the event every year. And you think, oh, that's a nice event. You think that's what's going to happen. But when they leave, when we all leave, we feel elated.
Yeah.
We are reminded at how powerful we really are in our communities by doing one special thing on a regular basis. So
yeah,
it makes a difference.
It certainly does, Tracey. Thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Check out the Arizona Community Foundation of Sedona. Go to azfoundation.org, right? Yep, there it is down the bottom. azfoundation.org/Sedona will get you to the nomination page. Make sure you do it before May 1st. Thank you so much. It's always so good to see you.
It's great to see you.
We've got more of the experience coming, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
A1 Supreme Moving is your Verde Valley hometown movers. Trust your valuables to a family-owned and operated company with 31 years of moving experience. A1 Supreme Moving offers packing services. Fully licensed and bonded, your belongings are insured at full replacement value. Ask about teacher and vet discounts, as well as redecorating and holiday prep services. A1 Supreme Moving has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. For Supreme service, call A1 Supreme Moving at 634-0963.
We Organize You serves the entire Quad City area and the Verde Valley with custom cabinetry, including kitchen, garage, laundry, custom home office, and closet systems. Stop by their showroom in Chino Valley to see how they can make your home more convenient and valuable. It's time to get reorganized with We Organize You. For more information, go to weorganizearizona.com. That's weorganizearizona.com.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here probably in what I consider the most beautiful place on earth, but I'm biased. We're in Sedona, and I'm here with Patrick Pynes, who is the president of the Northern Arizona Organic Beekeepers Association. This is such a beautiful location, and I can imagine why the bees like it.
Oh, it's incredibly beautiful here on Oak Creek, one of the most beautiful places in the world, and the bees are very happy here.
Now, why are the bees very happy here?
Well, there's abundant water, abundant sunshine, a lot of flowers, and especially there's almost 2,000 apple trees here on Eagle Mountain Ranch, and when those bloom, the bees are going to be extremely happy. So this is a really great place for honeybees. It's in that sort of pinon juniper area. We'd like to actually be a little bit closer to the mesquite because that's a really important source of nectar and honey for the bees, but because of the creek, we're okay.
Okay.
So we plan to bring more bees here eventually.
Very good. Now the mesquite is a little bit farther south, correct?
Exactly.
So as we get into the Verde Valley, deeper into Camp Verde and Cottonwood,
yes.
Of course the honeybees are going to do really well there too.
Yeah, especially the mesquite and the catclaw, that sort of woodland area above the river up to basically Sedona is sort of the backbone food for the honeybees. If we didn't have that mesquite and that catclaw, I think our honeybees would really struggle. So having those two plants there, they're both native plants in the bean family. The bees just do really well on it, and even in drought years, sometimes they have good flowers. So
yeah, that's true.
That's coming up in about a month or two. The big nectar flow from those two plants, and the honey that comes from those two plants is just exceptional.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. So as a homeowner, if you're landscaping, mesquite and catclaw, don't cut it down.
Absolutely.
help it grow along, or go buy some, plant some in.
Yeah.
What else can the homeowners do to assist the honeybee? The plight of the honeybee. We hear so much about that these days.
Yeah,
Patrick.
you know, I think the most important thing that people can do to help honeybees and other pollinators, not just honeybees, is to plant those flowering plants that we know are good for those species. So for honeybees, plants in the mint family are especially important. So we should be planting both native and non-native plant species that do well in our arid environment. We do a little research and we kind of figure out, you know, what is good for honeybees, what's good for our native bees, what's good for monarch butterflies. So, you know, you can look at various sources like our website, azorganicbeekeepers.org, and other websites that have lists of plants that are really good for homeowners. Annual plants, but also those perennial plants like trees and shrubs that are also very important for bees. What we really want to do is to create food for the bees in all 4 seasons. You know, the spring plants with the mesquite and catclaw, that's very important because that's where we get our surplus honey. That's what the bees use to get through the cold parts of the winter. But they need food throughout the year, all 4 seasons. And as human beings in support of them, because they support us, the more we plant, the better the bees are going to be, because that's all they eat. They eat flowers.
Right. Yeah. So don't pick the flowers.
No,
if
well,
you're out hiking, don't pick the flowers.
Wait until they go to seed.
Oh, then pick the flowers. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the Northern Arizona Organic Beekeepers. You were a fledgling company when we spoke to you 4 years ago or so.
Yeah, I guess we've come a long way. We had just started the last time that we spoke. We're now an official nonprofit, a 501c3. That's an important step that we've taken. We now have a website. We have a lot of members now. We have meetings throughout the year. We've had people who are very knowledgeable about Africanized bees from the Sonoran Desert area of Arizona come up and talk to us about what they've experienced in working with Africanized bees, because all of the bees now in Arizona, especially the wild bees, are Africanized bees. So we're promoting an approach to beekeeping that is organic, in terms of we don't use the chemicals that industrial commercial beekeepers have to use in order to survive and make a living. We just think it's better for the bees to be taken care of using organic practices. So I'm always looking for places like this ranch that are taken care of organically, because I know the land itself is also going to be in support of the bees.
Excellent.
So
now you mentioned Africanized, and we've heard that a lot in the news over the past year. What does that mean?
That's pretty complex, but in essence it means bees that originally came from East Africa, from the dry tropical areas of East Africa, and they were accidentally released in Brazil in the late 1950s, around the time that Elvis Presley was first becoming big. And when that happened, the bees were released, and now it's 2018, and we're surrounded by Africanized bees. Their genes are more adapted to the dry environments of East Africa. So now, as we look around Arizona, we're the only state in the union in which every county has reported Africanized bees. And rather than see that as a problem, our group really sees it as a solution to some of the challenges of beekeeping in a dry and arid place. And these Africanized bees, they're tough. They're like the pioneers that came to Arizona. They know how to deal with this environment, how to thrive. They're not affected by the parasites like varroa mites to the same degree. And the main thing is they're not as mean and as aggressive as a lot of people think. And when I first started working with them, I was a little concerned about that. I have children, in my backyard, you know, and I was worried about that. But as it turns out, they're not nearly as defensive as the stereotype. Some of them are, but we're finding that we can work with them, that we can figure out ways to be peaceful with them, and they can survive and thrive in even drought years in Arizona. So we think they're the future of beekeeping, not only for the Southwest, but for other arid parts of North America.
Absolutely. It sounds like a happy accident to me.
Yes, absolutely. That's a good way to think about it.
Bees with a little attitude.
Yeah, they do. They are a little spicy.
A little spicy.
Sometimes. Yes, but not always.
Okay, so you say that pretty much everything we've got here is Africanized.
Absolutely.
To some degree. It's
99.
a hybrid.
Yeah, 99.9% of all feral bees are Africanized.
Huh. And when you say feral bees, you mean all the bees that are out in nature and not the ones that are
Not the
kept.
ones, yeah. But of course, many beekeepers are keeping them.
Right.
And sometimes hybrid bees. We found the hybrid bees are actually quite good because you get all the traits of both varieties, kind of the best traits of both. But that only lasts for 2 or 3 generations.
Sure.
As the bees change, you know, they become a little more defensive, but at the same time, the trade-off is they become better able to survive in the desert and make honey even in dry years.
Excellent, and we want that. So that's all a good thing. Well, there's so much more information. We could just keep going forever. But azorganicbeekeepers.org is the website to go to. Real quick, if we found a hive on our property, should we say, hey, you guys want some bees?
Yes, you should.
We should, see?
Yeah, we just caught a colony in an irrigation box at Northern Arizona University last week. And my vice president was there with me, and the 2 of us and 2 NAU students removed a colony from an irrigation box. Swarms we actually do catch free. Sometimes a removal of a living colony might cost the homeowner something, but it's going to be less than killing the bees. We prefer to save the bees if at all possible.
Oh, yeah.
And they're a good stock for us to work with.
Excellent. Save the bees. Absolutely save the bees, because they're going to save us. Without the bees, we don't exist. So put the can down, okay?
Yes.
Call somebody.
Yeah. Call your local beekeeper.
There you go. Check out azorganicbeekeepers.org. Patrick Pynes, president, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Keep it up. We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Beautiful. Brian David, everyone. Absolutely beautiful. I almost forgot to come in. I was over there going, oh, it's so wonderful. And I will say classical guitar is one of my favorite types of music. It speaks to me. The guitar sings. You make that guitar sing. It's just wonderful. I notice you hold it slightly different than most people hold a guitar. Now, is that the Spanish influence that drops the guitar down a little bit lower and keeps it more upright, or is that just your style?
Well, interesting. I think it's developed. Studying at the university, I got a degree in classical guitar, and it was very much more formal then. But after performing in so many different situations and variances, I've kind of catered to my own, what works for me.
And it works really well.
Thank you.
It works really well. You've been in the area for 15 years now. Is that
yes.
correct? Thank goodness. Where'd you come from before?
I grew up in Florida.
All right.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I came out here on a road trip, changed my life, and decided to study geology at NAU and transferred to music, and met my wife, and we have 3 children, and decided to pursue a career in Sedona.
Wow. And it's working very well for you, because he told me earlier, get this, Brian told me earlier, he hasn't had a day off. In a long time, multiple gigs a day. That's fantastic. So tell us, these multiple gigs a day, where can we find you?
Well, I do Cucina Rustica is where it's an Italian restaurant. Lisa Dahl, she owns a few restaurants in Sedona. I play there 5-6 nights a week right now. You can Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I do a lot of private events, and that's really what I book a lot of, and that's what I market towards: weddings, private events, corporate, and that kind of thing.
Right. And we can look you up on your website. You have a great website, Brian David Guitar.
Guitarist.com.
BrianDavidGuitarist.com. So it's a very nice website. Beautiful pictures, of course. How if you want to get involved with a wedding, or you want a special event, or you want to catch him, playing at one of the restaurants, it's wonderful. And of course, I love the videos on there as well, so you can hear you play some of my favorite songs. Of course, all the songs you play are my favorite songs, but there's several of them on your website. Do you have any CDs out?
I do. It's called Sungazer. You can actually digitally, I have a couple, but one of them is digital download available right from my website. It links to CD Baby, where you can download an individual song or the entire CD. It's my favorite. I recorded it live recording in Sedona.
Oh, nice. Nice. That adds a special air to it.
It really does, because I was really relaxed and wasn't even, it came out really nice.
Nice. Very good. Well, I hope we get more out of you in that department, more CDs and things, because it sounds like, if you close your eyes, it sounds just like a CD, and that's a compliment. That's meant to be a compliment, because it's so perfect. And watching you play, you become one with the guitar, as one should, having the experience that you have, but it's not something you see very often, in someone that you actually are seeing in person, that you haven't paid hundreds of dollars to sit way in the back to listen to. It's nice that we have this in the Verde Valley, that we have such talented musicians, and you play so much, so many different locations. Of course, we're now into wedding season, so you're just going to be crazy busy all the time. Oh my God. Do you have any availability if anybody goes, oh my God, I have to have him?
Not in the next couple months.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm already booking for October, November, and those months, and a lot of the weekends are already filled up. Wow. However, I always encourage people to call me and find out.
Yeah, sure. What the heck? Yeah, go ahead. And they can get in touch with you through your website?
Yeah, you can actually just Google Sedona guitarist, Sedona wedding guitar, Sedona wedding musician.
All over the place.
and you'll find me pretty quickly as well if you can't remember.
Yeah, you're very easy to find, which is a wonderful quality in a musician. Some of them are so hard to find, but you're just like, Brian David, okay, boom, there you are. You're all over. All these articles, all these wonderful pictures, all these wonderful testimonials celebrating how amazing you are. And not only that, but you're a nice guy. Did you notice? You're a nice guy, which is nice too. So, you're nice to have around, and you play beautiful music. It's a great package. No wonder you're so successful here.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah,
it's really great.
Thank my mom for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian's mom. We appreciate you here in the Verde Valley. Thank you so much. Hi, Mom. Now, as far as the future goes, What are you thinking? Anything's going to change? You're going to continue doing what you're doing because you just love it? Do you have higher aspirations?
Well, that's a really interesting question. I sometimes think about scaling up. However, we have 3 teenage children, and that's really what's localized me into Sedona. There was a vision at one point during college. I did have a scholarship at one point, and I thought about, wow, I could go tour and do things. But it's being able to have the family life and have time and not the stress of travel. This is working out really good. People come everywhere around the world, and here I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they come to you instead of you having to come to them.
I do sometimes have other little businesses as well, and to invest in a great retirement, you know. And so, but however, I do like to explore other styles, and I do have a lot of fun, you know, Coldplay, Ed Sheeran, a lot of newer stuff, and a lot of that has come out of requests for playing at weddings, and I've really, some things really stick with me. I really enjoy playing. So I think that's kind of what I like to do, is explore different things, different styles, world music, even electronic dance music styles, whatever I can do on guitar, and people appreciate that. Sometimes the younger crowds come in when I'm playing, and they appreciate a wide range.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And I'm sure your teenage kids are helping with the musical selection.
Yes.
Now, what's the next song you're going to play for us?
I'm going to play a song that I actually just learned in the last couple weeks. It's called Cavatina. It's from The Deer Hunter, 1978. Meryl Streep, Robert De Niro started. It's kind of a weird movie. I've actually never seen it. I've only watched the trailers.
It's a weird movie, but the music, the soundtrack is great.
And even, I've watched the trailers, and the soundtrack comes in, and it's like, wow, that is a mysterious, and it's actually written for classical guitar. So I'm going to attempt to play that for the first time.
Well, super. I love that song too.
Oh, good.
Of course,
good.
I do. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate you. Check out BrianDavidGuitarist.com. Great website. Of course, check him out at Cucina Rustica. If anybody who's getting married, and you know, hey, here's your guy. So. And thank you all very much for watching the Verde Valley Experience. Always appreciate you joining us. You can check us out at verdevalleytv.com. You can check us out on our YouTube, and of course, you can check us out next time.